Edgar, Fat Joe right here has been a big supporter of yours for quite some time. What's it like to have the hip-hop legend here supporting you and always supporting your fights?
Oh man, it's amazing. You know, he's been supporting me for so long, man. And when people was trying to turn their backs on me, he stood 10 toes down with me, you know what I'm saying? And he stood in my ear, you know, giving me that knowledge, you know, giving me the wisdom, you know, not just in boxing, not just in sports, but just in life, you know what I'm saying? And he's like my big brother.
And Crack, why have you supported Edgar for so long?
Because he got the heart of a lion, you know, and I don't really allude to haters because we use that as fuel. You know, the man 2 weeks ago, he was fighting bums, now he's fighting the best. You gotta be the best, you gotta beat the best to be the best. So there's no worries, this man been boxing for 20 years. He knows exactly what he's getting into. He dreamed about it. There's nothing but love and respect for Canelo, but September 14th is Edgar Berlanga time, that's all.
What advice are you giving him, Fat Joe, to keeping him positive?
Train like there's no tomorrow. Just know that these next 4 weeks is all about the rest of his life. It's all about the future. Many champions have gotten beat. Just last week, you know, I loved Crawford. That boy went in there with 10 fights and he gave him the work. So can't nobody tell you what you're gonna do, what you're capable of. This man been training for 20 years. He knows what he gotta do. And I'm very proud of him, and we all proud of him. And you know, September 15th, we'll see the comments then.
Edgar, usually a lot of opponents talk a lot of smack and then show like a lot of deference to Canelo, but today you showed a different type of energy where you weren't looking scared or nervous or just happy to be in the moment. Can you talk about that transformation that you had? I mean, when you first see him?
I mean, with me, right? I'm always a guy. I stay how I stay. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta do too much. I feel like when you do too much, and you start moving around, you start is nervousness. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, man. I'm in my city. I'm in New York. I'm comfortable. You know. I got my brother here, Crack. I got Chef G here. I got my family here. You know, and it's just a history day, man. You know, September 14th, man. I'm happy to be here, but it's also work. You know what I'm saying? Because we trying to become a legend, man. You know, I gotta beat that man across from me. You know, he told me it's gonna be something different, but I told him it's gonna be something different. You know what I'm saying? It's my time. You know what I'm saying? It's my time now, man. Like,
Edgar, we know you've been working for this a whole lifetime. You worked for it in existence, and you've spoken into existence. How real does the moment feel right now?
I'm not gonna lie, it feels crazy, man. Like I said before, man, I manifested this fight, you know, and now it's here, you know, just to see my face right here, you know, Canelo's face right there, man. Both our last names with each other, you know, it's something crazy, man. I'm excited, you know. And then I signed with the GOAT, man, for Eddie Hearn, you know, and you see what happened with that, a year and a half, you know, we get that Canelo fight. So, you know, now it's just time for me to put in that work.
Edgar, what do you say to anybody who says it shouldn't be you September 14th?
Those are haters, man. You know, like I said, those are haters, man. And all those people out there, they're gonna still buy the pay-per-view. They still gonna talk. You know, Floyd became Floyd. Why? Because he had so much people that hated him. Right or wrong? Floyd became Floyd because of the hate. If Floyd never had the hate, Floyd would have never been who he was. You need that, and I'm used to that hate. I'm used to having people going, you know, I go on social media now and I see a couple things that fuels me, you know what I'm saying? Because the greatest victory is when it's won and you can shut all the haters up, man. That's the best feeling.
Edgar, ¿qué te genera? 27 años. Mucha gente está hablando en las redes sociales, pero yo quiero saber si tú te sientes ganador porque con 27 años llegaste invicto a la pelea que todo el mundo quiere. Edgar Berlanga llegó invicto con tan solo 27 años. ¿Tú te sientes un ganador?
Claro que sí. Somos 22-0 con 17 knockouts y yo tengo un corazón de un león y también en sangre de Puerto Rico, ¿entiendes? Tú sabes que los puertorriqueños, nosotros somos los más duros de hacer.
Hay mucha gente que no te la está dando, pero en Puerto Rico también hay mucha gente que te la está dando y va a ti. ¿Qué mensaje les tiene que decir?
A mis fanáticos en Puerto Rico, te amo mucho y vamos a ganar grande. Y ese día, septiembre 14, eso va a ser historia para Puerto Rico. Y yo voy con todo, mi gente, yo voy con todo, ¿viste? Vamos Puerto Rico, vamos arriba, puñeta. Mira, los mexicanos dicen iba a México, cabrones, y nosotros tenemos Viva Puerto Rico, puñeta.
Edgar, ¿qué le tienes que decir a la gente de México? ¿Qué le tienes que decir a la gente de México?
No, México lo amo, los mexicanos, ¿me entiendes? Yo tengo muchos amigos que están conmigo, que están mexicanos y lo amo mucho los mexicanos.
¿Y qué le tenías que decir conforme a la pelea de Canelo? ¿Qué se tiene que cuidar de Edgar Berlanga en este combate, Canelo?
No, todo. Estamos practicando, estamos en el gimnasio todo el día y después estamos como 12 semanas en mi campamento entrenando para él y estamos ready, estamos listos para esta pelea.
Vas por los cinturones, por todos los cinturones. Edgar es la inspiración mayor.
Sí, eso es una bendición de Dios, ¿me entiendes? Eso es diferente. Yo creo gracias a Dios para esta oportunidad y Canelo también, pero ese día es Berlanga.
¿Vas a aprovechar un poco tu altura, el alcance será una ventaja en esta pelea?
¿La altura?
Sí, porque obviamente tienes más alcance que él.
Sí, Canelo es fuerte, ¿me entiendes? Sí, yo tengo altura, necesito usar eso, mi altura y todo eso, pero Canelo es fuerte, ¿me entiendes? Pero yo estoy fuerte también, soy diferente.
¿Qué representa pelear en el Día de la Independencia de México? Yo sé que tú eres boricua, pero Canelo se ha convertido hoy en la figura mexicana. ¿Va a ser difícil eso?
Sí, yo sé, pero en verdad, ese día va a ser, en ese arena va a ser mucho puertorriqueño. Y también los mexicanos, porque los mexicanos, los amo los mexicanos mucho. Me gusta los tacos, me gusta todo eso.
Tell me about Canelo's last few performances.
Canelo did good. I was at his last fight, and he did real good. You know, I saw him out with Munguia. They did amazing. You know what I'm saying? That was a great fight. You know, a lot of people saying that Canelo's declining a little bit. I don't see that, man. I think that dude's a legend for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He put in that work to where he's at now. You know, so he knows what's up ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? As a legend, you know that it's a task always ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's at his best right now. He's not taking me like this.
To that point, Canelo hasn't knocked anybody out since 2001, almost 3 years, but he has been able to showcase his boxing skills. What do you think about Canelo as a boxer as opposed to a puncher?
He got all the tools, man. You know, like I said before, that's why he's where he's at. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's undisputed. That's why you know, he's being all the best. You know what I'm saying? And I got a big task ahead of me. You know, so I'm not overlooking nothing. This is not a payday. Definitely not a payday. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to become a legend in the sport, and I want my last name to reign forever in Puerto Rico.
Edgar, time and time again, we've seen unexpected upsets in boxing. Just this past week, in Valenzuela upset Pitbull Cruz. We know that you carry youth, you carry punching power, and it was very evident that you have a lot of confidence up on stage when you looked at Canelo in the eyes. And as Tony Montana once said, the eyes don't lie, Chico.
Yes, sir.
What can you tell us that breeds that confidence in Edgar? I've known you for quite some time.
We here. Like I said before, I dreamed of this happening. Like I manifested this. Like I brought everything that's happening right now. All of this, you guys here, I brought it to existence, man. So I gotta embrace it as a fighter, man. You know, and this is gonna be some spectacular for September 14th, bro. It's Mexico versus Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? And I'm confident, bro. You know, I got the spirit of King David, man, and I walk with God, man. So any weapon formed against me shall not prosper.
Considering this fight is Mexico, Puerto Rico, was there any talks of maybe bringing it here to New York, considering the market between both races?
Say it again?
Considering Mexico and Puerto Rico, did you ever consider having the fight here in the Garden between the market of both races?
It was brought up to us, but I already knew they wouldn't do it out here. You know what I'm saying? Everything, the big fights is always good for Vegas.
I want.
You know, you got the chance to really size him up, you know, get next to him.
Yeah.
What did you see just in terms of the size factor, like, for you and him?
I mean, I knew his height because when I seen him in Vegas, you know what I'm saying, where we saluted each other and stuff, you know, but listen, man, size don't matter, you know what I'm saying? I just got to be on point, you feel me?
What's the other thing I seen, y'all was talking to each other, you kind of said something to him first, like, what was that little interaction?
Nah, I just trying to say I dreamed of this and it's here.
What he
he was, I don't know, he was just like, you're going to see something different. I was like, nah, you're going to see something different. He's like, you're going to see something different. You'll see, my friend. I was like, no, you're going to see.
What's your prediction? Are you looking to beat him in boxing or probably go for a knockout? Or what do you see is your best way of winning that?
No comment.
I can tell you one thing. There hasn't
Joe,
been one fighter that has fought Edgar Berlanga, whether Berlanga looked good or bad. Obviously, he beat them all, right? There's never been one fighter that he hasn't hit in the back of the ear somewhere that said, whoa, like woke up. His power is very underestimated. And in that ring, it's two men. Somebody got to win. This guy's punching power, you're going to be very surprised. Juanito, what's up?
Thank you, Edgar said he's not going to be fireworks for sure.
You don't want me to, I'm a rapper.
Got Sept G.
Too much shit.
Uncle Joe, let me ask
You
you a
don't want
question.
me on this shit.
Joe, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Shout out to the BX all day as you rap.
Crack, man. He been legend, and he been supporting me since day uno, man. So, on the biggest night of my life, I got to give it to my brother Crack, man. Ain't that what I did on lean back
My whole life. I've been kicked down.
Edgar, let's get a quick picture here. Come on.
Given no, and I come up every single time. And that's who you're seeing
Fight
right
Joe,
here.
quick picture.
This guy gonna come up
Get in the
there.
picture, Fight Joe.
This guy's coming in.
Two legends. Thank you, man.
What advice have you given them coming up in the industry, just in the industry?
Try to keep them focused, man. Just let them know. Let me tell you something. With boxers, your body is your weapon. If you don't protect your body, if you don't take care of your body, if you don't train every day, if you don't this and that, it's on you. And at the end of the day, Fat Joe can talk shit, but him and Canelo got to walk in the ring. So that's all I tell them. Like, yo, when you go in there, forget an entourage and all that. It's you in here.
What did you think about that?
It's
For a
constant.
legend to take
Yeah.
over the Apollo.
It's amazing, bro. And he had all the old timers. He had all the old song, Keith Sweat, man. I think list goes on, man. He had everybody out there, man. It was legendary for sure.
It was.
They didn't want to give him a shot at the title.
Let me ask you a question.
You got one
Right now,
shot.
you're
Let's
focused
go.
on boxing. Shout out to you. I'm a Bronx native.
Joe,
You'll be at
let me ask you a
later.
non-boxing
How does it feel to be
Edgar just
one of
told
the
me he was at
youngest
the
Puerto
Apollo
Rican
show
stars
this
getting a
weekend.
shot
I
at
was
the face
there.
of boxing, as they
What's it
say?
like for you as a Bronx representative to take over the Apollo?
It was amazing for me. I got my start there. It's almost how he feels right now. You know what I'm saying? It's
Has it been in
surreal.
preparation that you've been waiting for this type of moment to be a headliner, the main event, shutting down
He been waiting
Vegas
for
and
this
that?
since day one, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. Your only people surprised is you.
I've been talking about this for years, man. For years. And we got it, you know what I'm saying?
A couple more questions, guys.
Eddie,
Good, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Get quick shot with Eddie
Eddie,
here.
how were you able to land this Berlanga fight with Canelo so quickly? He's only been with you for a little over a year.
Yeah, it was a big coup for us, really, because, obviously we promised him the fight, and when Canelo started working with PBC, that looked very unlikely. But, as we've done more stuff on Riyadh season and we worked a little bit more closely together, Keith Connolly also did a good job to kind of bridge that gap. I get on very well with Louis de Cubas, and also we got him into a mandatory position. So, it made sense. I think it's the biggest fight available for Canelo Alvarez outside of David Benavidez. So, his other mandatory was William Scar. I believe this was the right fight for him, and we're delighted to land it.
Speaking of Riyadh season, you've had a couple of days to process Saturday. What are your thoughts on that amazing
Just
card?
amazing. I mean, like top to bottom, like the whole event, M&M, the energy, the build-up, the fight week. It really took it to a new level. And obviously now we have September 21st, Riyadh season in London, with Dubois, AJ, and then October 12th, Bivol Beterbiev in Riyadh, December 23rd, first Usyk against Fury rematch. So yeah, the run is incredible, and it's great for boxing. You're seeing big fights getting made, you're seeing more promotional companies work together, and long may it continue.
Your fighter mentioned.
No, I didn't. Only to say hello. Yeah, but I was like a fan. I was up there filming it. It was unbelievable.
Israel rematch.
Yeah.
Is that set
I
or
don't think they'll want to take the rematch. What Israel did is prove that I think he's the best 154 pounder in the world. I thought he edged the fight. It was a very close fight.
Yes, it was.
I was disappointed that we didn't get split or a little bit more respect on the scorecards, but that was his 11th fight. Quite amazing, really, to go and fight Crawford and give him that kind of
Would a
fight.
rematch make sense?
Eventually, I think eventually.
Maybe if he unifies the title.
Yeah, look,
Israel's
Israel's got to come back now. be in some big fights, get some good wins, and hopefully people want to see that rematch.
Eddie, listen, you've been putting on some amazing cards. You're getting a lot of these young bulls. We were out there for Philly for Boots.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo was shut down. And now you got the young Puerto Rican star, Edgar Berlanga, here looking to shut down Vegas. What is it that's going on with you, the Zone, Matchroom? Like,
we're on a good
all
run.
these guys need to come over here. You're making dreams happen.
Yeah, I think the fighters like us. You know, we've got a great reputation in the sport. You know, it's 40 years deep. And Matchroom's been around a long time. You know, you never hear a fighter talk badly about us. You never hear a fighter saying that they're disappointed with the activity they're getting. You know, we deliver every time, and this is a good example of that. You know, when Edgar left Top Rank to sign with us, he headlined twice, Madison Square Garden and Orlando, and now he's fighting Canelo Alvarez. So we've done a great job for him. We've got a lot of young fighters that want to sign with us at the moment. Obviously, we have a very close association with Riyadh season as well, which is good for the business, and we're in a brilliant spot at the moment.
What's the